Hey. Hope everybody's doing amazing. Hey. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just waiting on more people to come in. Before we get started. But today we're gonna have a really good discussion, okay? First of all, happy April, everybody. Hi, user74. Happy April, okay? Happy new month, okay? Happy the start of quarter two. We're gonna have a really, you missed my face. Thank you, Damar, thank you. Hopefully I'm saying your name right, but thank you. Yes, it's been some time. I think it's been a couple of days, like 2 or 3 days, but happy April, everyone. Happy April. Hope that you guys are doing amazing. It's the first day of quarter two. I'm feeling amazing. And we're gonna talk about that today. We're gonna talk about, so if you have fibroids, if you have cysts, if you have any reproductive health issues, stay tuned. Okay, because we're gonna talk about what to leave behind if you have fibroids, if you have cysts, if you have heavy bleeding, infertility issues, PCOS, endometriosis, what to leave behind when you have any of the, in quarter one. Because we're in the second part of the year, the second quarter of the year, in case you guys don't know. Okay, so we're now on month 4 of the year. What are we leaving behind? Okay, because I feel like, yes, we have the new year, right? But we also have to have like stop points where we kind of look back to see, okay, if I'm gonna get to my goal for 2024, like what am I gonna, like you guys have to, like, am I on the right track for getting to my goal for 2024, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. We're gonna talk about that today. This is gonna be a really good live. Make sure you guys share this live with somebody that can benefit from it. Also too, make sure you guys are liking the live as you come in, okay? Hope that you also had a great Easter, Damar, as well. Okay, my period has still yet to come. I think we talked about it last time. I was saying, are you sure you're not pregnant? My last period was February 20th, but was irregular. So I have no clue what's going on. Okay, so make sure you guys are liking the live as you come in. Hey everyone, we're gonna talk about that. Let's get the likes up, you guys, as you guys come in. We're gonna talk about what to leave behind. If you have fibroids, if you have cysts, what you need to leave behind in quarter one. In case you guys didn't know, we're in quarter two right now, okay? So yes, let's get the likes up to 200. So, for those that are new, hi and welcome. My name is Sasha. Okay, I'm a holistic womb specialist. And what I do is I help women who have fibroids, cysts, heavy bleeding, infertility issues, ovarian cysts, PCOS, endometriosis, anything dealing with the womb, any issue dealing with the womb. I help them actually heal these issues naturally, get to the root cause of these issues and heal them completely naturally, okay, without surgeries and birth controls and medications and all this craziness, right? We're all about holistic health here, so I want to put a disclaimer out there right now. If you are against holistic health methods and practices, if that's not you, that's totally fine. This is not a live for you. If you're looking for the same advice you get from your doctor on this live, this is not for you. We don't do Western medicine over here, okay? So hopefully you guys are all here to hear the good message today. Hey, Joanna, hey. So if you have fibroids, cysts, heavy bleeding, hormonal issues, uterine polyps, endometriosis, listen, you need to stay tuned, because here's the thing. And you guys also need to be following me as well, because I do these lives all the time. But you guys want to know, what do you leave behind in quarter one? Because we're now in quarter two. We're now in quarter two. It's April 1st, okay? In case you guys did not know, it's the second quarter of the year. So you have to be moving differently this quarter than you were in quarter one, okay? We had some slip-ups, in quarter one. We got to start moving differently. So what we're talking about today, do you want to do? What do you want to do differently? What do you want to leave behind? So that we can we can get to our goal of having balanced hormones. We can get to our goal of, getting rid of these fibroids, getting rid of these fibroid symptoms, number one, and getting rid of these fibroids and getting our hormones back in balance, getting rid of these cysts, because they can be done naturally, okay? This can be done naturally. We don't have to, rely on surgeries which don't get to the root cause of the problem. A lot of times we're living lifestyles and habits that cause us to, develop fibroids, that cause us to not even just develop fibroids, but have these fibroids grow and multiply, right? So we need to talk about it. Make sure you guys are following me, okay? And if you guys are not on the email list, you're gonna wanna get on the email list. If you guys, all you have to do to get on my email list is to click the link in my bio to join and subscribe. You wanna get on the email list so you'll know when I'm going live, because I'm not gonna go as live as I frequently did in March, but I'm still gonna be doing lives, but my email list will know, okay? Leaving self-doubt behind. Ooh, I love that. Yes, Kiki. Listen, a lot of you guys, that should be number one, actually. A lot of you guys need to leave self-doubt behind, because guess what? There's a lot of women out here who don't think that their bodies can heal naturally, and that's literally setting them back, because if you believe that, that's going to be your reality. They think that they have to get cut open for them to experience any type of relief. That's going to be your reality. reality if that's how you feel. Okay, so there's a lot of women that think I can't get rid of these fibroids naturally. That's self-doubt, right? And that's gonna be your reality if you're not, if you continue with that thoughts, okay? So I love the fact that you mentioned that, Kiki. Yes, leaving self-doubt behind. I remember during Lent a few years ago, that was actually probably my most transformative year, right? When I say I'm leaving fear and doubt behind, I'm giving that up for Lent. I'm telling you, that probably was my most transformative year, like just in general. Like I'm not talking about health because I was already healed at that point, but I'm talking about just in general. That's the year I achieved so much. So let me tell you something. When you leave fear and doubt behind, you'll see what happens. Like your life will just transform. I need to believe that, but how? You gotta affirmations telling yourself this every single day. And when you start making some shifts, like for example, in your diet and a lot of your habits, you're going to see like your body starts to feel better. You start to feel more energetic. Your cycle starts to get better. And then in that, you'll know, wait a minute, my body is starting to heal. So you have to start actually, adopting better habits in order to really believe that, right? In order to believe that you can't have the same horrible habits that you've had and think that you're going to actually believe that you're not. Let's get the likes up. Let's get it to 1,000 likes, y'all. Let's get it to 1,000 likes. But happy April, everyone. We're in Q2. We got to move differently than we were in Q1. We cannot still be doing the same things we were doing in Q1. We can't take it right. We can't take it into Q2, okay? We have an eclipse coming up. I don't know if you guys know about that, the 8th. We have a whole eclipse coming up. Listen, the energy is different right now. You cannot make the same mistakes that you did in Q1, okay? So these stressful work situations, let's talk about it. A lot of women have fibroids due to being in very stressful work environments, right? Very stressful work environments, very stressful work, or maybe you're in a job that you hate. Maybe you don't necessarily hate your job, but you just, have so much work, are bombarded with so much work. As a matter of fact, I know some women who actually, they doing that to themselves. They have other people that want to help them, in their, other employees, coworkers that want to help them, but they want to do everything themselves, and it's literally stressing them out. So yes, that's how mine grew. Yes, less than a year. I'm also in a stressful job. Yeah, see, exactly. You guys are feeling me, because here's the thing: when you are stressed, because we work like a man, especially if you're in the U.S., right? We're always working, right? People, it's not even 40 hours a week anymore. It's probably more than that at this point, right? Or even if you work 40 hours a week and you're stressed out 8 hours a day, your body's gonna be in fight or flight mode. Your cortisol levels are gonna be rising. How can you take care of yourself in that state? You can't, right? So having a stressful job, a lot of women, what if the woman is unemployed? That too. So if you're unemployed, you have nobody supporting you. Of course, you're gonna be stressed out, okay? And also, let me say this. I'm not saying, okay, so let me reiterate this now. I'm not saying that if you're in a stressful job, that means you have fibroids, like for everybody, right? No, that's not gonna be everybody's story. Some people have fibroids because they're in stressful relationships, right? So everybody's gonna be different. So this is just one thing, Cassidy. It's not that this has to be the thing if you have fibroids. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? Oh my God, so true. I worked in NYC, no issues. I moved and suddenly I bled through everything. Absolutely, yes. If you move to a job or an atmosphere that was stressful, oh yeah, your health is gonna deteriorate after a while. Your health is gonna start deteriorating, because when we're stressed, our cortisol levels are through the roof. And guess what that progesterone is doing? It's getting lower and lower and lower. A lot of women that are very stressed out, they get fibroids, they get early menopause, right? They start getting all these symptoms, hot flashes, this, that, and the other, right? Their periods start going all over the place. And it's not even only work. I'm going to mention later relationships, that too. It's not only work, but when it comes to work and relationships, these things are a big part of our lives. So yes, when they're not going on the right trajectory, or, these are just areas where women tend to experience the most stress. When it comes to their money, and when it comes to their relationships as well. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So we have to make some changes. I'm not telling you to quit your job, but what can you do? Can you talk to your employer? What can you do to better adapt to this? Number one, to better adapt to this work environment. What can be done, right? Do I have to take on less projects? Maybe work less hours, or maybe take a day, a week off? What can be done? There was one time where a long time ago, when I was still working for somebody, long time ago, still corporate America, I had a job that was so stressful, right? I had to start taking a day a week off to have a mental health day, right? Thank God I did that, right? So it's really important for you, and that really helps. Taking that day off per week, it would always be in the middle of the week, right? And it was something to look forward to as well. So if you had to do that to move things around, go ahead and do it. Okay. So I'm 48, still have my period. Heavy bleeding last year, October, I did a clean out. What do you mean, Joanna? You did a clean out. What do you mean? Stress overall. Yeah, stress overall. Stress overall. Yes, you guys, thank you guys so much for liking the live. Please continue liking the live. But last month I started bleeding heavy again. Okay, so are you saying that you were not bleeding like for a period of time and then you started bleeding again? Let me know. Give me some information. And do you have fibroids? Husband cheated. Kids are terrible these days. Always in fight or flight mode. My body can't relax. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Danielle. I'm so sorry. I know that, yes, and we're talking about relationships too, toxic relationships. When we're talking about marriage and, toxic relationships and marriage are not healthy and where you don't have a support system in your partner, yes, this can definitely, and cheating, of course. I mean, when somebody betrays you on that level, that can call, I haven't been married before, but I have been in a relationship where I was cheated on, and my God, that was probably the time when my fibroid grew the most, okay, when I used to have fibroids, yes. So that's another thing. So we have to start picking ourselves over other people. That's another thing too. As we move, through this eclipse, and I know a lot of people are not into astrology, that's totally fine, but this eclipse, there's a lot of astrological meaning to it, and just in general, even aside of that, there's a lot of meaning to it on an energetic level. You're probably feeling this shift already, if you haven't, right? Even if you didn't know about it, you're probably feeling some more of a shift. Let me know if you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Okay, thank you so much, Ade, for the rose. Thank you for the rose, Ade. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Okay, so fibroids is linked to stress, not genetics. So not only stress, Brittany, this is one thing. It's linked to many things. Brittany, this is one thing that I'm talking about, okay? But we're gonna move down the line, okay? But stress is a factor. Now, everybody that has fibroids is not necessarily going to be stressed out, right? It's not gonna be everybody's story, but this is just one thing that is an ongoing thing, like I see in a lot of women. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? We're going down the list now. That's one thing. Y'all gotta stay tuned, okay? I'm gonna talk about everything else. Okay, the woman I know that has fibroids, she's very depressed. Yeah, that's another ongoing thing with fibroids too. Depression. Is fibroids linked to stress? Yes, that's one of the things that's linked to fibroids. Yes, user 76. So yeah, depression and anxiety is linked to fibroids. You gotta understand, when you have these issues with depression, with anxiety, your hormones, that means that your hormones are out of balance. And I said this, like, if you're on my Facebook, if you're not on my Facebook, well, why not? Okay, because I put a lot of content out on Facebook as well. But when you have how a hormonal balance looks like psychologically, depression, anxiety, right? Over what you feel overwhelmed, you're having negative self-talk, like all of these things. Like when you start making changes and you start feeling healthier, listen, the things that you were feeling and going through before psychologically, they're gonna shift. I'm telling you this right now, okay? So my ultrasound I have fibroid. Joanne, I'm not sure, I don't know. Do fibroids bleed when they shrink? No. No, they don't. They should not bleed when they shrink. No. They should. So I think that's Donna. Is that you? I think you asked me this question last night. Okay, so fibroids as they shrink. Now I could talk to if you're working with me. I could talk to my methodology because everybody's methodology on shrinking fibroids is different. Okay, some people might do more drastic things to shrink the fibroids. I don't believe in that. You know why? Because when they doing these drastic, cleanses and things like that, they can't stick to it, so the fibroid just grows back anyway. So I'm helping women change their diet, lifestyle, mindset, also lift off a lot of this energetic stuff from the womb space, right? A lot of this trauma and all this stuff. So I'm helping women in that type of way. So you're not gonna, like when your fibroids are shrinking, you're gonna feel a shift on an energetic level. You're gonna feel lighter. You're also gonna feel like energetically, your cycles are gonna get better, your periods will get better, your symptoms are gonna disappear. So you're gonna feel more wellness. You're gonna feel more. You're gonna sleep better. If that makes sense, you're just gonna feel better. And if you have a fibroid that's literally causing your stomach to extend, you're gonna start seeing your stomach get flatter. So hopefully that makes sense, right? So you're gonna know. Wait a minute. Whatever I'm doing is working. Like you're gonna feel that, right? And then after, I tell people, 6 months ish, go back to get a check to see what size it is at that point. Okay. So hopefully that answered your question. But you're not supposed to bleed, when your fibroids are shrinking. Okay, so I have one of your plans. What are your thoughts on oatmeal? Can I add it? Kiki, I wouldn't. Not with fibroids. You know why? Oats can be hard on the digestive system. If you want to add it in like once every 2 weeks, that's fine. But people tend to eat oatmeal in the morning, which is really a bad time to eat oatmeal. You're supposed to be eating fruits in the morning, right? So you're supposed to be eating, not even in the morning when you break your fast. Whatever time you break your fast, because I tend to break my fast. Well, these days, since I'm raw vegan now, like 11-ish, but 11, 12, right? So whenever you decide to break your fast, it's supposed to be with foods that are going to hydrate the body and flood your body with nutrients. Not with things that's going to be hard on the digestive system. Hopefully that makes sense. So you don't want to do oatmeal. Hey, Brittany, happy April. Happy April and happy quarter 2. We're talking about what to leave behind in quarter 1 when you have fibroids, okay? So hopefully that makes sense. How do you treat your fibroids? Hold on, let me go back up. I like your energy. How do you treat, are you asking me like, what did I do for my fibroids? So make sure, okay, so I have a whole video on that on YouTube. Make sure you go to my YouTube channel. You can go to the link in my bio. You'll see my whole fibroid story. But I got rid of my fibroids about 10 years ago, okay? I had them twice, not once, but twice. So I had fibroids, had surgery, worst decision ever because they grew back afterwards. Afterwards, I was able to actually embark on a journey of getting rid of my fibroids. So you'll hear my whole journey. And also, if you also click the link to join my email list, you'll get that email too, where you'll get the video to hear my journey, okay? Make sure you're on my email list. So glad I caught you live. Yes, I'm happy that you caught it too. What do you mean? Where do they go? They dissolve. So they can, either they dissolve, okay, so it depends. They dissolve. You may also, get rid of them in other ways. So it depends on how your body decides to get rid of them. Like your body may just, it may go through your bowels, if that makes sense. It may, it just depends on the person, right? But you're not going to notice it. Like if you're doing this the natural way, you're not going to notice it, if that makes sense. Okay? So, you're not, like I didn't notice it, and a lot of my clients don't even notice it when they're fibroids. I had a client get rid of a 6 centimeter fibroid in 3 months. She only noticed it in her cycles, because her cycles got better, and she felt better. Her skin started clearing up. Like that means that the liver is working the way it's supposed to work, right? She just started feeling better. She started feeling more energetic. She didn't have 14-day cycles anymore. Her cycles went from 14 days of excruciating pain to 4 days of feeling amazing. I broke my fast at 11 today and had some grapes. Okay. All right, Brittany. Love that. What do you think about Sarah Patet's? I don't know. I know what you're talking about, but I know I'm not saying it right. But I'm not a big fan of that. Now, if you want to use it, is it going to do the work for you? No. Is it going to actually, still have to get to the root cause of the problem, if that makes sense. So you still have to, Danielle, you still have to address what caused these fibroids to grow. I'm sorry, I'm just joining. What kind of fast is this? We're talking about what to leave behind in quarter 1 when you have fibroids and cysts. Hopefully, Angel. Okay. All right, so let's go to the next thing. Unhealthy eating habits. We need to leave that behind in quarter 1. Y'all should know that these unhealthy, let's get the likes up to 5,000 if we can. 10,000 in general, like that's our overall goal. But if we can get it up to 5,000 right now, that'd be nice. So just finished my cycle. I was cramping a bit, but I'm eating fruits, veggies, and what? Okay. So as you go along, Jessica, you're gonna, again, because I know that you have one of my courses, you're gonna feel better as you go along. Make sure you're working on all the other aspects too, because remember, it's not just diet. Okay. So it's more than diet. But we need to in general, everybody, if you have bad eating habits, listen, you have to leave that behind in quarter 1. If you're eating a whole bunch of processed foods, you need to leave that. Alcohol, caffeine, these things are so horrible. When you have fibroids, you need to leave that behind in quarter 1. They're not going to serve you. They're not going to serve you. Okay, good. I think it's the stress okay. So Jessica, we got to work on the stress. Let me tell you something. A lot of people underestimate stress. That stress will grow that. Whether you have, I don't think you have fibroids, Jessica, but just in general, it will cause your hormonal balance to be crazy. There's even times when, years ago, I remember being so stressed that I would skip a cycle. I would skip a period. That's when you know it's really bad, right? So a lot of times when we're stressed, we get the symptoms from our cycle. Your body's kind of letting you know, wait a minute, when you have a cycle where you have cramps, your body's letting you know, wait a minute, we're getting out of balance here. So we have to kind of redirect. We got to do some things differently this time, okay? I'm going to start roller skating too. Oh, I love that. Yeah, like I always say this, like connect with you guys' inner child. Like, roller skating, man, I used to do that too as a teenager. Now You're giving me ideas of more things to do. Oh my God, that happened to me 14 years ago. My cycle didn't come the entire summer. It was a stressful job. I was talking about the Jessica in the beginning. I was saying we need to leave behind stressful work environments, okay? My last cycle was February 25th. Didn't see one in March. Could it be because of I'm off Prevera? Yeah, you just got out of birth control. Yeah, give us some time. Brandon, give us some time. Give us some time, because when you're just getting off birth control, yeah, the body can be out of, and kind of like out of balance when we're just getting off birth control, okay? So give us some time. So here's the thing. When it comes to what you eat, we have to stop eating foods that, again, contribute to the growth of our fibroids. We cannot say that we want to get rid of fibroids. We cannot sit here and complain about fibroids all day, every day, and then eat foods that actually make them grow, make them, worse, we can't do that. That makes no sense. Good day. Is it true that coconut water is full of estrogen? No, little mama, not if it's natural coconut water, absolutely not. Coconut water is good, but just make sure it's natural. It doesn't have added sugars. So you have to be very careful. So what are you eating? Like if you know that, wait a minute, Q1, my diet wasn't the way it's supposed to be, the first 3 months of the year, put a 1 in the chat. If you know that, your diet was not where it's supposed to be the first 3 months of the year, put a 1 in the chat. You guys don't feel, if you know that, listen, my diet was not that great the first 3 months of the year in Q1, then that means that we have to make some changes. Okay, so I see someone's Brittany, that's another thing too. We have to change our diet. Okay, so thank you guys for being transparent, getting a lot better though. Okay, that's good. As long as you're seeing, you're getting better, that's good. We gotta make sure that we're eating foods that are healing our bodies and not, again, contributing to, growing our fibroids, contributing to hormonal imbalances, contributing to worsening our PCOS, endometriosis, right? We have to. I was doing good till February. So what happened in February? Or was it like that new year, new me, you know how it goes, and then we fall off? Because we gotta be consistent. Is it true rice, pasta, and dairy are not good for fibroids? Absolutely. That's absolutely true. Now, if you want to do a different type of pasta, you could do like chickpea pasta. I always say, thank you, Shakina. Thank you so much. Thank you for the rose. If you want to do like a different type of pasta, like chickpea pasta, which again, it feels differently in the body, because that pasta, that white stuff that breaks down in sugar feels so heavy. It feels a lot better on the body and lighter on the system. So you could do that instead. Fasting and no weight loss. What kind of fasting were you doing, Danielle? Are you doing intermittent fasting or fasting off food? Give me some more information, okay? But yeah, those are not good for fibroids. Anything that breaks down as sugar is not good for fibroids. I'm not talking about fruit sugar. I'm talking about, the white sugar, the refined sugar, okay? So what time are you intermittent fasting? I need some more information. I started just eating red beans, and kale. What about fruit? I stopped caffeine, sugar, and just had water. Okay. As long as you have fruit and water. Okay. Can you live like that though? Just eating red beans, kale, fruit, and water? Can you live like that? Need all this info? Thank you. You're so welcome. Make sure you're on the email list as well. I was there with more options. I'm not sure. Okay, fasting from 8 p.m. Okay, so what are you eating when you're not intermittent fasting? Like what are you eating during the fast? Like from 12 to 8. So what are you eating? Give me some more information, because sometimes people are doing the intermittent fasting. They're eating, processed foods during their eating window. You're not going to see much of a difference, okay? So another thing too that we have to leave behind in Q1 is ignoring hormonal balance, okay? Ignoring hormonal balance is so important. Ignoring hormonal balance is so detrimental. If you're ignoring your hormonal imbalance, that is detrimental. So how will you know that your hormones are out of balance? If you have a cycle, if you have a period that lasts 4 days or more, if you have cramps, if you have headaches, if you have anxiety, if you have depression, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're feeling extremely stressed, if you have heavy cycles, heavy bleeding, breast tenderness, PMS, okay? If you're dealing with all these issues, if you have anything dealing with the thyroid, autoimmune disorders, this means that we have a hormonal imbalance. We have to start recognizing when our body is out of balance. Thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you for the rose. We have to start recognizing the signs and symptoms of a hormonal imbalance so that we know we can course correct, right? So how do you balance your hormones? Hold on, I think I have more questions before that. But if anybody that wants to know all the tools and knowledge about rebalancing your hormones, be sure to check out my Restore Your Womb course. The link is in my bio. But you have to make sure that I don't want you guys to focus on just one hormone. You want to focus on rebalancing your hormones as a whole, right? Restoring hormonal balance so that your organs and glands are producing the right amount of hormone. Okay? So protein shakes, fruit, and salad. How much water are you drinking, Danielle? I've been eating oats and a big salad. Okay. Okay. Maybe not enough protein. No, you're getting more. Protein shakes, like what's in the shakes now? Because that's a whole other thing. Do we have dairy in the shakes? Because a lot of times, instead of drinking the protein shakes, just get us regular fruit, fruit smoothie or fruit and vegetable smoothie and put hemp seeds in it, like a few tablespoons of hemp seeds in it. Boom, there's your protein shake, right? And a healthier version without all the fake ingredients. So be careful about protein shakes, okay? Probably not enough water. Bingo. Atkins shake. Oh no, we definitely have to stop that, Danielle. No, if you're not drinking water that way, not gonna move. Okay, that way. How much are you trying to lose? Oh no, Atkins. Oh gosh, no, absolutely not. Okay, so we gotta get our hormones in balance. We got it, 100 pounds. Okay, we got a ways to go. So we have to start. And are you sleeping enough? Are you how is your PCOS too? Okay, so honestly, we have to address that hormonal imbalance because it's a little bit more challenging, not impossible now, because I've had clients that had PCOS and got rid of working with me, got rid of PCOS and was able to lose weight. But we do have to, when you have PCOS, it does make it harder to lose weight because you're dealing with a hormonal imbalance. So we have to start really focusing and honing in on rebalancing our hormones, restoring hormonal balance in our body, which can be done. Okay? What type of drinking water is good? I know a lot of people talk about, different types of water. I just drink regular natural spring water. That's it. No, you work at night. You're a nurse. Woo. That's another thing. And I've had some nurses that work overnight. We have to modify a lot of stuff because it's, when you're a nurse, when you work long hours, especially when women shouldn't work at night. However, there's some loopholes there, right? Because we're hormonal, and when we work at night, it don't work well for us, right? This is how we start, again, our hormones start getting crazy. What do you think about PCOS supplements along with the diet changes? No, unless it's herbs. Unless it's natural herbs, then yes, I definitely need help. Okay, so Danielle messaged me. I do have my Detoxify Your Womb program because we would have to work on restoring your hormonal balance, or you can even check out the Restore Your Womb course, okay? But if you want personalized help, the Detoxify Your Womb program is a 3-month program, okay? It would be amazing for you. And also help you with your weight loss as well. Because I've had a lot of clients who've got rid of fibroids and lost tons of weight, right? Now, if you're listening to this and you're on the slimmer side, I've also had clients who are on the slimmer side get rid of fibroids and other reproductive health issues without losing weight. So don't panic, because some people are like, but what if I don't have to lose weight? That's totally fine, okay? That's totally fine. So I was talking about you stop ignoring your hormonal imbalance and actually understand and know your body so you'll know when your body is out of balance, right? We have to start understanding our body. And if you don't understand what a hormonal imbalance is or estrogen dominance, which is really important for you to know, then be sure to go to the link in my bio and join my email list. So you will get a video on estrogen dominance. Because I tell you guys, it's when you're dealing with estrogen dominance, which a lot of women have, at its worst, it can be deadly. Okay, well, how many women do we know that's got died of cancer being young, 40s, 30s? Like, this is becoming a reoccurring thing now. So we have to start really, really taking our health more seriously, taking our hormonal health more seriously. Okay, so what's happening? Interesting to know. What do you mean, KK? You talk about what we're talking about. We're talking about what to leave behind in quarter 1, because we're in quarter 2 right now. If you have fibroids or cysts or PCOS or endometriosis, okay? Can you finish speaking about the eclipse and how it affects us? Okay, I'm gonna speak a little bit about that because I know some people are, think astrology is evil. So I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to offend nobody. But here's the thing: this is eclipse season right now, right? The energy is high, things are shifting. And the eclipse is in Aries. The eclipse is in Aries. So what does that represent? That represents like new beginnings, new changes, really focusing on yourself, really focusing, going inward and really making some changes. and doing things in your life that's going to benefit you, right? Making yourself a priority and, you know, putting boundaries, okay? And also making, when it comes to Aries, you know, if we're dealing with eclipse in Aries, we need to start making big changes in our life that's going to benefit us, right? Propel us to the new level, okay? Hopefully that makes sense, okay? You cannot be over here still, you know, dealing with the same bad diet, the same bad habits, right? The same toxic relationships, stressing. Like, we can't move forward like that in life, right? Or that's going to hold us back from really achieving what we're supposed to achieve, which is, you know, good health, prosperity, and many other things, right? So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. That was just a little summary, but there's more to it, but that's a little summary. Do you think deodorant is also a factor? Yes. If you have a deodorant with aluminum, get rid of it. I know that, but as you're getting rid of it, you have to change your diet. Because let me tell you something. When you're eating a good diet, you're not gonna have body odor. Did you know that? You're not gonna have body odor. You're not gonna need all this aluminum to keep you from smelling. You're not gonna need that. The body smells because you're dealing with toxins in the body. So hopefully that makes sense, okay? Now, I'm not telling you not to wear deodorant, but we have to wear one that's non-toxic, okay? We gotta find one that's non-toxic, okay? I've been wearing some spray deodorant for a long, I got it from Amazon. I've been wearing that one for years. I forget the name, but I think it starts with a W, but it's like, I guess what people call one of those vegan deodorants. Or let's stay on topic, okay? I don't want to get into the products. Let's stay on topic. That's just too much. Change you first, and then worry about all that extra stuff, guys. Change you and your habits first. Get your hormones in balance. You're gonna make this whole situation much harder than it has to be. Change your habits, right? And then we can worry about the extra products and all that crap, right? You don't have to master that right now. All right, let's talk about these relationships, these toxic marriages, all of this stuff, okay? All this stuff that really does impact our hormonal health, our health in general. So if you're in a toxic relationship, in a toxic marriage, I'm not telling you what to do, whether to leave or stay, but listen, we do have to leave these things behind in quarter one. Because here's the thing, when you have fibroids, when you have a hormonal imbalance, when we have fibroids, we're dealing with a compromised liver, we're dealing with a digestive system that's backed up, we're dealing with a lymphatic system that's compromised, we're dealing with organs that are backed up, we're dealing with a lot, right? It's also, when you have fibroids, we're dealing with a boatload of toxins in the body. And I always say this, toxic relationships, friendships too, create toxins in the body. So if you're in a toxic situation, whether it's with a friend, with a boyfriend, with a fiance, with a husband, we have to do something about it. Whether it's, make some changes, whether it's, you cut that person off, right? Or, going to, some type of therapy, counseling, whatever, we have to start, or maybe having a talk with that person. We have to start moving differently, right? We cannot continue to let ourselves, if we have a partner or we have a significant other that's not, like I said, that's not supportive. And I gotta talk about something else too, because there was something else that one of my coaches, a business coach, was talking about that really, I had to talk about it today, just a little bit, right? A lot of women are in relationships, in marriages, okay, that they're not really getting any value out of, if that makes sense, okay? So it's people that typically marry just for love and that's it, nothing else, or they're with somebody just because they love them, which I'm not telling you you're not supposed to love who you're with, but they're only there, like, that's the only reason that's holding you together with that person. They bring no value to your life. You're the breadwinner. You're the one nurturing the children, doing the most for the children. What they call it, married single mother or whatever they call it, right? You're doing everything. You're mothering that man, right? You married somebody that you're smarter than, that you pour more into in him than he's pouring into you. I see a lot of women, especially Black women, in those situations, and we're wondering why our health is so bad. What do you expect? What do you expect? Because we're supposed to marry somebody that we admire, that that is supposed to protect and provide for us, but we're doing it the other way around. We're doing it the other way around. And we wonder why these situations we're not happy. We're getting all these, we're overweight. We're getting all these, diseases and all these things. We're wondering why we're in that situation. And I know I'm going to piss a lot of people off and trigger some people, but it's the truth. Why would you marry somebody? Why would you be with somebody that you had no value? You don't want to give them value. They're not pouring nothing into you. Why? Like, we have to start loving ourselves more. And I always say this, like, We cannot claim we love ourselves if we have partners that are not much of anything, okay? So you show me who you are, show me how you feel about yourself, show me your partner and I'll tell you who you are, how you feel about yourself, if that makes sense, okay? My oldest sis is going through this in her marriage and going through menopause at 43. You see, early menopause, that's not even, I won't even call that real menopause. She's dealing with the hormonal imbalance, a complete hormonal imbalance to the point where her reproductive organs have shut down. So can she restore her health? Yes. Can she restore her? But here's the thing, there's another thing why a lot of women are getting fibroids. And we wonder why, people always ask me, well, why do so many black women have fibroids? Women of other races have fibroids too, don't get me wrong. But a lot of black women are settling for less in marriages and relationships. Other races are too, but especially black women. They want to mother their men so bad. They don't want to choose men, they want to mother their men. I don't know what it is. We have to get out of that. We got to get out of that, okay? So I had to really make that a point because that's an epidemic that's going on, and it's not going to work going forward. I'm telling you that right now. So we got to start again, getting out or changing things up in these toxic relationships and marriages where we're getting drained. Okay, right? Most think it's normal at this age. It's not normal. We don't look at the relationships as well. Yeah, it's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. So when I see a stressed out woman who has all these fibroids, hormonal imbalance, all these health issues, and she's married, I already know I already know that's not a good marriage. I already know it's not. I'm being honest. I already know. Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, so and even toxic friendships that are not bringing any value to you. If you're just with somebody if you're just a friend to somebody just because you've known them for so long and they don't bring any value, all they have to talk about is drama and gossip, then why we're not getting, if you're not getting, it should be an exchange of value when it comes to friendships and relationships and marriages. It shouldn't be I'm just there because I love this person. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, right? We do that when we're kids, but as adults, no. I have to co-parent with a narcissist. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sure it gave me fibroids. I can imagine. And I hope that, you also, I know that therapy can actually kind of, in a sense, kind of teach you how to coexist and co-parent with a narcissist. I can't even imagine. I'm so sorry. That is a serious situation, but there are things you can do. I'm not really trained in narcissism, but if you have a therapist that's more trained in that, there are ways that you can handle that to make it easier on you where it's not as stressful. And with narcissists, you can't let them know that there's triggering you. You can't let them know that you're bothered by them. Once they know that they can get to you, I know that it gets worse and worse and worse. What about birth control? Great question. I should have added that to the list too. We got to leave that behind in Q1. That's another thing. When we're talking about synthetic hormones, whether there's, birth control, fertility treatments, okay, these progesterone creams or whatever the doctors have you guys on, we got to leave. Those things are worsening our hormonal health. Because they're creating toxins in your body. Our bodies are not designed to, to be able to know what to do with synthetic hormones, right? Because some people are on these hormones, they feel a little bit better, but you don't understand that your natural hormones are being suppressed when you're on birth control. So you don't even know how you feel. Your natural hormones, your ovulation is being suppressed, which is horrible for your health, by the way. So you want to you definitely want to avoid birth control at all costs. If you're on it, get off of it. What are your thoughts on hypnotherapy? It's fine. It's fine. Any kind of therapy that's gonna help you, with your negative thoughts, with anxiety, depression, with whatever, dealing with, if you're in a divorce, you're dealing with somebody that's really hard to co-parent with, whatever, that's gonna help you. Hey, I'm all for it. I heard they help unlock thoughts regular therapists would not. Yeah. I'm all for it. Wouldn't be able to help with. Yeah, I'm all for it. Do some. It doesn't, even if you're not getting hypnotherapy, just if you know that you need it, for example, you have anxiety, depression. I'm going forward in my Detoxify Your Womb program. That's another thing. I'm making new rules for quarter 2. I can't work with anybody personally that has these issues, right? I'm gonna tell you, listen, therapy, go to therapy, get better, and then come back. Because how are you gonna be in the mood? How are you gonna be not in the mood, but how are you gonna be able to focus on healing your body, healing yourself when you're dealing with all these mental, health issues, right? And we all have dealt with them in the past. I'm not trying to look down on anybody for dealing with them, but therapy is, and then we can get back to, we can really focus in on healing, right? So hopefully that makes sense. What about wild yam cream? You still, okay, if you want to, that's fine, but you still have to get to the root cause of the problem. Okay, I'm scheduled for Morena on the 16th. Oof. And my spirit hasn't been right since scheduling. Angel, that's your intuition. You want to listen to that. We got to stop going against our intuition for these doctors. A lot of times women are doing it. They're going against their intuition and listening to their doctor. No, your intuition is trying to let you know something. Don't go against yourself, your body, right, your health for some doctor. That, again, they're just suppressing the issue. They're not, and creating a bigger issue on the back end. Birth control is like a Band-Aid on a cut. Exactly. Actually, it's even worse because it creates issues on the back end. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, cancel it. Therapy is amazing. They help you acknowledge and bring things up that a person has suppressed. Absolutely. You have to find the right therapist for you. Absolutely. It's about accountability and healing. Absolutely as well. Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ursula, good afternoon. Hopefully you're doing amazing. Hope that you have an amazing Easter. But yeah, it's really important to, if you have to get therapy, get it, okay? And then you can be focused on healing. Then you can be more focused on the healing journey, right? There's some people that even when they're going through horrible times, they have a mental strength where they can still be able to, heal their body and focus on that, okay? That's, I would say I'm kind of like that. That even if I'm going through, something crazy, I can still have a mental strength where I can still get my goal, get to where I have to get to, okay? But I understand that everybody's like that, okay? So that's okay, and that's okay, okay? So, and we're never, a lot of us are never going to be 100% healed, but it's important that we do some type of work to help us navigate our thoughts, our emotions, not just suppress them, because that's, again, why a lot of women have fibroids, due to emotional suppression. If you're suppressed things that happen to you, you're never able to bring them up and process them and let them move through you so you can release them, then of course you're going to have fibroids and cysts and all. Those things are going to stay stored up in the body and cause these issues, these reproductive health issues. Just like these meds, doctors try to give us exactly metformin. Exactly, they're not helping. And actually, metformin is terrible for the gut. It's terrible for the gut. So many other issues, okay? Let's get the likes up. We're almost at 6,000. Our goal today is 10K. We're probably gonna have to do a part 2 of what to leave behind. What about therapy just came back? If you need it, get it. If you are, let's say you in a bad marriage and you somehow want to save it, you got to do something. You cannot just stay there and your body's in fight or flight mode and your cortisol levels are raising up every day, because your fibers are going to get worse and worse and worse, right? Or if you're just you have your anxiety and depression is just taking over, get therapy, okay? Get therapy, okay? So very important. I want to stress that it's really, really important that and if you guys have questions, you can put them up on the screen before we go, but I'm going to do part 2 of this tomorrow. There's things that we have to leave behind. We're in the second part of the year, the second quarter of the year. We cannot be moving the same way we were in the first quarter of the year, okay? And I'm not trying to tell you guys to treat this as new year, but I'm trying to tell you guys to treat this as a new beginning, right? In a sense, right? If you know that the rest of the year, I want to be, rebalancing my hormones, I want to achieve actually getting rid of fibroids in 2024, then we have to start again making changes now. We cannot wait until December and then, oh my God, I still have these fibroids that I've had for, since 2023 or 2022. I'm still dealing with this heavy bleeding. I'm still dealing with these painful cycles. We have to start making changes now. This is the new year. Yes, exactly. This is really the real new year. New year starts in spring. This is a real new year, but I know that a lot of people don't understand and know that. But you're right, Ursula. This is technically the real new year. That's why we're having this eclipse. But a lot of people don't know that. They're doing, we were trained to think that New Year's and winter, but that's a whole other conversation, okay? So I started eating only fruits and vegetables. I'm having a rush on my face. Do you mean, Mina, do you mean a rash? And yeah, that's gonna happen because it's bringing out the toxins. what a lot of people there is bringing out the toxins. So if you start eating healthier and you notice that you have skin issues, it's trying to just keep doing it. Just drink a lot of water. Make sure you're drinking enough water, but just keep doing what you're doing. You're gonna see a difference. Okay, when fibroids are moving in your belly, that means they're growing. I personally have never experienced that, but if they're moving in your belly, that's not a good sign. That's probably not a good sign. Now, I want to ask you, little Momo, like, when do you notice that they're moving in your belly? Is it after eating something that you shouldn't be eating? Is it after a stressful situation? Like, when do you notice this? Because that's going to give me the answer I need to know. Yes, no, we're doing better in 2024. Absolutely. Eating better, self-love, and plant-based. Absolutely. I hate when my skin purges. It comes through my lips. Yeah. The purging process. Now, some people will not see that on their skin, but they'll see that in other ways. Emotional purging is very possible too when you start eating healthy. But how do you deal with heavy cycles in the meantime? So in the meantime, what changes are we making? Are we making changes that are going to get rid of these heavy cycles? If we are, then we shouldn't be having healthy cycles. So what are we doing? Or are you starting today to make those changes? What are we doing when you're relaxing? Okay, so little mama, let me know, how's your diet? How are your habits? Are your hormones, let me know. Diet and lifestyle changes. My belly kind of shakes. Oof. What country are you in? Are you in the US? Because I was going to say, you might have to go to the doctor to see what's going on. Because I don't think that's normal when you have fibroids. Your belly's not supposed to shake. Or maybe it's, I don't know. That one, I don't know. I had to get more information. You're in Jamaica. Okay. Okay. I know the healthcare's not the best over there. But if you go to the doctor and see what they say, okay? It could be because what you're eating is just expanding. I don't want to tell you an answer that's not true. Okay. Have you started making changes? User 25. Have you started being aggressive and making them, on a regular basis? How do I regulate my cycles? Sometimes I go 3 months without a period. I was diagnosed with an infection. Rima, do you have PCOS? What kind of infection, that makes your cycles go away? Your hormones are definitely out of balance, and we definitely want to get rid of the infection. So I would recommend check out my Restore Your Womb course. If you go to the link in my bio, you're gonna see it because we have to start making changes ASAP. Okay, I'm having a myomectomy soon. Will I be able to conceive? I wouldn't have myomectomy because here's the thing. You're not getting to the root cause of the problem, and then you'll regrow the fibroid after that, right? After having a myomectomy, you're gonna regrow the fibroid. So, and you're not gonna be in a healthy state to even conceive. Now, if you may still be able to conceive, yes, but is the body gonna be healthy? No, okay? So we're still gonna have hormonal imbalances. We're still gonna have a liver that's jacked up. We're still gonna have a gut health, digestive system that's backed up. Why would we wanna conceive in those circumstances? Why not take the time to shrink the fibroids and restore hormonal balance in the body? OBGYN is not good in this country. It's not good in the US either, but that's a whole other conversation. It's a possibility you may not be able to conceive. It's a possibility, but you shouldn't conceive when your body's unhealthy. I always say you have fibroids, take 3 to 6 months to get your body healthy, to start to shrink those fibroids before conceiving. We gotta stop settling for having these babies in these fibroid-filled wombs. It doesn't make any sense. And being unhealthy while it makes no sense, okay? It's a possible, hold on. I eat fruits and vegetables and fish. You don't wanna eat fish when you have fibroids. You don't want to eat fish. Yeah, you don't want to eat fish when you have fibroids. Thank you, Ursula. Yeah, that's the issue. You don't want to eat fish. And typically when people don't eat meat, they eat a lot of fish. And that's definitely not good. Okay, so for those that want to learn more, again, first of all, make sure you guys are all following me. We don't know how long TikTok is going to be here because in the US, they're talking about banning it. Make sure you're following me. Make sure you click the link in my bio to join my email list, okay? So you'll have access to, because I'm still going to do lives, but just not on TikTok. If TikTok, leaves, all right? I'll probably do them on YouTube, but you want to have access to that. So make sure that you're on my email list, okay? And you also know what we have going on. Be sure to check out my email the link in my bio. Also, if you want to start the process of getting rid of your fibroids, I have my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. It's absolutely amazing. That also includes how to eliminate heavy bleeding, many courses in there, how to cleanse the liver, how to cleanse the lymphatic system, okay? My 12-step process on how to get rid of fibroids, plus a bonus step. You know, you have my fibroid-free meal plan, my fibroid-free grocery shopping list. It's all there, okay? When you have, when you get the full bundle course, the 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course, okay? Make sure you grab it. It's an amazing, amazing course. What was I gonna say? How can I shrink the 8-centimeter fibroids after having fibroid procedure? Bro, be sure to check out the link in my bio for my 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course. I was able to get rid of an 8-centimeter fibroid, so you definitely can, but you gotta have to be consistent and do the work, okay? What should I eat with fibroids? So it's not just diet, because we have to do a lot. It's more than diet when it comes to fibroids, but you should be eating foods that are fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, things that are gonna help your body be able to get rid of toxins and hydrate your body and infuse your body with minerals, okay? If you want to know the full list, I have a video. If you go to the link in my bio, Jessica, you'll see my YouTube channel. It'll take you there. You're gonna see the what to eat video. It's like a 1-hour video, or what to eat when you have fibroids Q&A. You'll see that on there, and it will give you more information. Okay? Can I eat tuna if I have fibroids? Not if you want them to shrink. Not if you want them to shrink. Absolutely not. Sasha said no. Thank you. No animals, nothing with a mother, no fish, no red meat, no eggs, thank you, no butter, no milk. Listen, I always say no animals, and they will still say, well, can I eat red meat or lamb? I'm like, if it has a mother, don't eat it. If it has a mother, don't eat it, okay? Nothing with a mother, thank you, don't eat it. Because here's the thing, your body, again, cannot handle, like your digestive system is effed up when you have fibroids, it's messed up. So we don't want to continue to put things in the digestive system that's going to back it up even more. We want our body to actually be able to absorb these nutrients. No more cheese either. No more cheese. Ursula, no more cheese. Yes, no more cheese. But you guys will be okay. Y'all will be okay, because you'll see how you feel without eating that cheese, right? You'll see how you feel without eating. What do you suggest for low iron? I suggest that you have to make sure that your digestive, with low iron, more than likely for most women, especially women with fibroids, it's a digestive issue. It's like your absorption issue. Your body can't absorb the iron. The body has to be, the digestive system has to be able to absorb the iron properly. That means that we have to do some work, right? And also we have to start eating more leafy greens. We have to stop eating things that are going to block iron absorption, which is things like caffeine, red meat, like these animal products like that, again, all this stuff that clog up the digestive system, we have to stop eating these things as well. But if you want, I do have, if you actually get the 12 steps on how to shrink your fibroids full bundle course, one of our trainings is how to reverse anemia. One of the trainings in that is how to reverse anemia, okay? If you just want the how to reverse anemia mini training, send me a email and I'll send you the link for it. It's only like $29, okay? I don't have it on the site, but you need to know the steps and all the information on how to get rid of anemia. Send me an email and I'll send you the link to purchase that, okay? Now that's pretty much it. I didn't want this, we're gonna do part 2 tomorrow. Listen, make sure you come, no, not tomorrow. Probably on Wednesday, okay? Because we're not gonna do lives as often as we did in March, but we're still gonna have several lives a week, and make sure that you're on the email list so you'll know when I'm going live, you know what time I'm going live, you know what the topic is about. You're not gonna know that unless you're on the email list, okay? So go ahead and get on the email list. Green vegetables, beetroot, yes, those are things that are good for iron. Do you have something for acid reflux, GERD? So with acid reflux, again, we gotta really, when it comes to that, our digestive system is jacked up. So we have to do a lot of cleansing of the digestive system, okay? So I don't have any, I would say the Restore Your Womb course would be good for that, even if it's a digestive issue, because it also will help take care of digestive issues as well. But again, complete change in diet and lifestyle, again, complete change in mindset again. So it's the same, when we talk about healing the body and getting rid of toxins, it's like we're following similar paths with that. Hopefully that makes sense, okay? But yeah, so check out the Restore Your Womb course for that. It gives you the tools and knowledge as well, because you also too need to cleanse the body and restore balance, okay? Now that is all. Love you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. We didn't get quite up to 10,000 likes, but we almost did. Okay, what about, asked about croutons? No croutons, I know. I miss croutons too, no croutons, all right? Have a great rest of your day, ladies. If you have a question about any of my courses, be sure to email me, or you can also send me a message on here. Okay, I learned a lot this evening. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Mina. Make sure you're on the email list so you can learn even more. You'll be here on the next live, okay? Have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, and I'll talk to you ladies soon. Bye.